Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's Work in Progress Wednesday, we are going to round out Legado del Fantasma with Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back. Like I said, today I am going to make the tag team members of Legado del Fantasma, or the LWO, as we're going by, as they're going by now. We've gotten Santos Escobar as an elite. He's come with swappable heads, so I've got a couple of him. I have a custom of him in his Halloween Havoc attire, and at the end I'll get them all together. But we've gotten, good lord, what, I don't know what's going on today. I reshot the intro like 3 times because I kept messing up their names. We've gotten suited figures of Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, and we got chases with them, which I thought was really cool because it gave us the painted heads for their Halloween Havoc attire. And I don't even remember, I don't think they actually wrestled. They had their faces painted though, along with the Santos Escobar, so we got that as a basic. I made it in Elite. I'm glad we got those. But these heads are from their chase version. So the chase version were just the plain suited figures, and these didn't have face paint. So it took me a while to get the Raul Mendoza. The first time I ordered the Joaquin Wilde, he came with the chase, so he didn't come with the face paint, which was the one instance where I did not want the chase. So now that I do have them, I'm going to make elite versions of them. I don't know. I don't even know if what the chance of us getting them is in the elite line. So I wanted to get them done, but these guys have a ton of detail to them. I'm really, really excited. Both of them use Mustafa Ali as a base, but then the torso, obviously for Raul Mendoza, is an Usos torso. You can see the tattoo on him. The arms, I think, are from an Alberto Del Rio, maybe. Maybe not. An Eddie Guerrero elite, and shoot, I don't remember. They're the Daniel Bryan size, but they're in the skin tone that we need. So I don't remember exactly. These guys have had a lot of different looks and attires. I went with one that's more like what common with what we see with them, but I also like looking at resource pictures. They had a lot of different boots styles, so I just kind of settled on one. I found one from NXT, and when they like first kind of started, and Raul Mendoza was wearing a bandana on his wrist, so I took that from an extra Luke Harper figure that I had, threw that on there. And then the Joaquin Wilde, he used a Seth Rollins torso, and the arms are from an AJ. You can see the armband on those. The hands are actually from an elite Shawn Michaels. I had some extras, so I am excited because those actually have the mold on the gloves. And then the legs are from one of the Viking Raiders. I think it's Eric, who had they gave him really skinny calves and kick pads, and I didn't like that for him, so gonna kind of have to repaint. There's a little bit of brown on those. And then he's got Batista boots, because there's sometimes he wrestles in more kick pads, I think, or like normal boots, and then another time he has like this style. So some painting, some acetoning, a ton of decals for the tights, a ton of decals for the tattoos. These are going to be really fun. I'm really excited. Let's get to it. All right, getting started here. Just got to prep the body. So we've got Joaquin Wilde here, and really just need to acetone off the design. I wasn't sure how much I was going to try and take off because the decals on the legs are pretty large, so they're going to cover a lot of space. So instead of like getting real detailed, making sure I get every little speck off, what I think I'm going to end up doing is just getting most of it off, and then I'll cover up whatever I need to with black paint, because I'm not quite sure. There's like a lot going on with the decals, so I don't know exactly what all needs to come off. But I did start to acetone the calf, the shin, that brown part, and underneath the black is a skin tone, so they molded it in skin tone and painted it all black, which is from the that Viking Raiders figure, so they must have just like did the whole legs in the skin tone, and then they did the black paint over them or whatever. But then we've got the I mess up his name all the time. It's not Raul Mendoza anymore. What in the world was his name? Cruz Del Toro. Gosh, I'm never gonna remember that. Anyway, going here, we still got the decals. Like I said, these are really big. Gotta get these all cut out, and then we're just gonna apply them. So I'm gonna have to hit these pretty hard with the hair dryer to get those to really like melt on the legs. And it's important that you're just like, you blot it down, you don't push it all the way down, or else you're going to crease it and you're going to get those lines in the decals. So I'm trying to avoid that, but these guys are challenging. There's a lot of decals, but that's part of what makes it fun. And then we got the boot ones here, so I'm going to just put that over the middle, and then, like I said, I'll paint a lot of it black. So moving on the boots over here, these aren't going to quite cover the whole kick pad, which I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm going to fill that in once I get to the end. In the future, I'm not always going to just cut these out on camera. You guys don't need to see me cut these out. These are pretty straightforward. But this one should be a little bit easier. There's less decal to work with, so just got to make sure that I line that up well, make sure it's not rubbing with a knee pad or anything. He's got this one on the back. And really, his is pretty simple compared to the Joaquin Wilde one. This one is just kind of about cutting it with the right length, make sure it's getting right. The decal is supposed to run underneath the pad there, but I didn't want it to get like smudged and messed up, so ended up not doing that. You can see here again, like I said, it doesn't stretch that whole kick pad, which I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm going to end up filling that in once I do get done here. It's a different look too. I like how it makes the kick pads just feel different with that like long design on it. I think that's kind of cool. Then we got to finish up with the tattoos, which I have a ton of fun with tattoos. Using the hairdryer to really get them to stick to the just like different curves and edges and everything in the torsos and arms is always a lot of fun. So I really enjoy it. It's like it gives a lot of character to the figures. I like that. But yeah, just a bunch of tattoos we gotta finish up, and then I'll be out of here. All right, so time to take a look at these, and I filmed the time lapse. I finished these customs weeks ago, and I just never, for a few reasons, these guys didn't make it on. So let's get Santos up here. So we got something we're looking at, and then we've got the Zelina figure here. So I had finished these customs a while ago and just wasn't able to get the finished video up here. So in that time, obviously, we got the announcement for the 5-pack for the LWO, and it's going to be Mattel Creation exclusive. I think it looks amazing. I will absolutely be ordering that. I've said before, I'll always say it, I love completing factions. I love having things, completed groups on my shelf, and to be able to order that 5-pack, especially coming with Ray. I think it's really cool that Ray's coming with, and he's got a different look on him. But I'm really excited for that LWO pack. I know some people were not as excited, just kind of indifferent, but that's why it's on Mattel Creation. So I have mine. I've got my Joaquin Wilde and my Cruz Del Toro here, and it works out. The attires that I did today are completely different than what we're going to be getting in that 5-pack. The hair, the heads look different. Everything looks so much different. Skin tones are updated. I don't remember what they were doing on the Santos Escobar, but like he's got long hair. So this iteration that we've got today is nothing like what we're going to get in that 5-pack, which is cool. So first off here, we've got Raul Mendoza, and again, we use that Rollins torso. I was really happy with how this all turned out. With this one, I did end up putting one of those, like the gold design on one of the straps, which I could have gone if I wanted it and cut it and put it on all of the straps, but I didn't think it was entirely necessary. I thought that this looked pretty good the way it was. We've got decals all around. Those big ones were a little bit of a pain, but they worked out. They ended up going on pretty well. And then just on the back here, we've got all the tattoos, obviously the tattoo on the arm. But then the one we're getting in the 5-pack has his like longer curly hair. He's in trunks instead of the long tights. Just the scan looks so much better, just updated really well. And then second off here is the Cruz Del Toro. So I think that he's in long pants but like white boots, I want to say. Just can't remember exactly. They did give them both Sin Cara torso, which I don't know if I like that necessarily, but there's plenty of other things with that they updated that I think are fantastic. But I'm glad that I have this iteration, because this was technically we're getting Legado del Fantasma here, and then the LWO is the 5-pack. So if you want to distinguish a difference there, you can, but these guys didn't have Zelina with them, or did they have Zelina in NXT? I don't remember now. I was feeling like it was just these three guys. Maybe I could be wrong, but maybe Zelina joined them on the main roster. I don't know. I don't remember. We got his tattoo on his wrist. Just overall, I was really, really happy with these. And then I was surprised to see that 5-pack. Just not something that I had really even given thought to happening. I hope we get more. I would love a Bloodline 5-pack. Just as far as modern guys. I mean, it's like endless. The things that they could do with that, especially through Mattel Creations when it's made to order. I wish I like that model more than I like crowdfunding. Obviously, it's a little bit different, but like the Cody and the Logan, I grabbed both of those. But anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about those more once that gets closer. The pre-order window's not even open for that 5-pack yet, but here is my version of the, I will say, original Legado del Fantasma group here. If you like what we're doing on Work in Progress Wednesday, go check out some of the other videos I have, some of the other episodes, whatever you want to call it. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate it. As of recording this, we're not to 1,000 subscribers, but we have been steadily moving, and it's any day now. So thank you for that. There's going to be a big giveaway. I haven't decided quite what that will be yet. But other than that, all you've got to do from here is remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude out.